Hello and welcome to another fun episode. Today I'm going to be talking about Eater bags. Now I have mentioned these here and there a lot throughout my other videos because they're one of my most favorite ways to display my ever-expanding Enamel Pin collection. Looking at you, Persona Pins Patreon. And you guys are always asking for more information about them. But there is a lot, and I mean a lot more to them than just being pin bags. So let's take a deep dive into the world of Eater bags. We begin in Japan in the late 90s and early 2000s as it was going through what's called the Visual Kei movement. This is when bands would take up extremely extravagant levels of costume and makeup to really express themselves and make a solid statement. Fans would absolutely obsess over their particular favorite band members, and one of their favorite ways of doing so was cutting out pictures of them and sticking them to their bags. I don't mean like 1 or 2 or 3 pictures, I mean completely covering the bag and essentially turning it into a mini shrine for that band member. The trend caught on with anime fans and otaku as a way to express their love for their favorite anime characters and display their mountains of merch. And people would go nuts, like nothing was off limits. If you could find a way to attach it to the bag, she'd be staying on the bag. It became a thing to deliberately try and make your bag not look like a bag anymore. The Japanese word for pain is ita, and because the bags were painful for everyone else to look at, they became referred to as ita bags. However, there was one main problem with coating your entire bag in photos and merch. They can fall off. Nothing would be worse than losing your personally signed button because you got squished into a rush hour train or crammed into a concert. So to keep their precious collection safe, people began to cover their bags with plastic, or even DIY their own little plastic windows into their existing bags. Eater bags became so popular that manufacturers began to produce their own bags with clear plastic windows to specifically be used as Eater bags. Nowadays, there are many different ways to Eater. There's Eater suitcases, Eater tote bags, Eater messenger bags, and now there are even categories for the way she customized them, such as grape picker style, hoarding masses of buttons and keychains and arranging them so they look like grapes on a vine. Altar style, using buttons, ribbons, and other small accessories to create shapes like initials or hearts. Improvising style, just attaching whatever you want because it's still a bit of a work in progress and you don't really know what sort of theme you want to go with yet. Or the legendary several bag carrying style. Multiple bags and accessories, each themed around a different character or category of merch, making the entire street tremble in the presence of your sheer strength and dedication. There's also Ita-sha, full-on car wraps that are dedicated to that favorite character of yours, and also Ita Armor, a full head-to-toe covering of Ita using bags, plush, banners, pillars, you name it. I've been to Japan a few times now, and I would always see Ita bags near Disneyland. I wish I took some photos because I can't find anything online like what I saw. Because these Disney Eater bags were like, they're a whole new level. Bags completely covered in years and years worth of plush Mickey keychains weren't an uncommon sight. And I'd also always see people carrying a plush of their favorite character, and they would also wear an Eater bag chock a block full of that character's merch. You can immediately tell that Disney was basically their second home, and they have collected all kinds of rare and discontinued merch over the years. Now, I'm not sure when Eater bags made their way outside of Japan, but now they are a very common sight at anime and pop culture conventions. I absolutely love the creativity and technicality that goes into them. Like, you can tell a lot about a person by their Eater bag. However, if you're not in any anime fandoms, you're probably feeling a little bit confused right now. When you hear Eater bag, you probably think of something like these. Again, I couldn't find how or when, but outside of Japan and anime circles, a new trend arose. Clear plastic windows on bags that look incredible before you've even eaten them. Like, these bags would still be epic bags without the windows. The events that I go to are mostly furry, and it's these kind of bags that I see the most. People love to display their badges, enamel pins, buttons, plushies, and some bags are even one-of-a-kind handmade to be their favorite color, or even just straight up their persona. While not everyone's collections will have a coherent theme, doesn't mean they're not around. Take Sparky here for example. Their bag is themed around Border Collie and Coyote pins. And in person at conventions, I've seen people theme their Eater bags around the convention's theme for that year. I think it's safe to say that the popularity of enamel pin collecting is what has spiked the popularity of Eater bags in non-anime communities like furries. Editor Dizu chiming in just to clarify, technically a bag that is just showcasing some random cool pins and buttons without a particular theme isn't an Ita bag. The art of Ita is all about theme. But pin bags are still called Ita bags since that's a way to categorize a bag with a display pocket. I have heard them be referred to as clear bags, but when I looked that up, I get these. So, for the sake of consistency, I'm going to refer to any bag with a display window as an Ita bag no matter what's inside it, as it still holds the potential to be a proper Ita bag. I hope that makes sense. It is a little confusing, like, it took me a lot of research to work out what clarifies Ita, and I will probably still get something wrong, so apologies in advance if I do. Alrighty, Dizu out. I find it so interesting just how different the two styles can be, like, one preferring a bag that's more of a blank canvas so they can go absolutely to town on it, and the other preferring a bag that is already really cool from the get-go. I speculate that this is because outside of anime, it can be really difficult to find tons and tons of merch for that particular thing you like, especially if that thing is your own original character. But I'll tell you right now, when my budgie bag gets here from Ohio Clothing, I am going to go full budgie-themed Ita with all the budgie stuff I've gotten from Japan. Speaking of, that brings me to the next part of this video. Where do you get Ita bags? Starting with the more traditional blank canvasy kind of Ita bags, obviously the best place to find them is Japan. If you're fortunate enough to be there, you can find them in modern fashion stores like Wego and most anime shops. However, if you are not in Japan, definitely go check out your nearest anime convention. You should be able to find some Ita bags among the artist and vendor stalls. You can sometimes find them at pop culture and furry conventions as well, but anime conventions are where your chances will be the highest. Beyond that, you can find plenty of them online. But please be careful where you buy them. Unfortunately, Ita bag makers suffer the same sort of problems as faucet makers when it comes to knockoffs. They take the original photo from legit sellers, smack them up on their wholesale knockoff websites for a fraction of the price, and then deliver a disappointing copy that does not look like the original and is a massive downgrade in quality. If the price looks too good to be true, it probably is. Like, a good quality standard size Ita bag should set you back at least 30 or 40 USD. A great place that Feathers recommended to me, thank you again for that, is Kokadco. Not only do they have a really nice selection, but their bags also come with a starter kit. You got safety pins, backings, chains, all those base essentials to get you started on your masterpiece. If you need more accessories, they've got you covered there too, including the deco light. I'm gonna need some of those for my budgie bag. Otherwise, Etsy is actually a really great place to find artist-made Ita bags and accessories. If you're after the more stylized ones like said budgie bag, then you gotta hunt for some artists. Being small businesses, their bags will be subject to availability, but you still want to keep an eye on them so you can be ready to snatch up their next epic Ita bag design. Let me start with the bags that I have, and as always, links to anyone I talk about will be in the description. The first Ita bag I ever got was this Tamagotchi themed one from Miyamochi, and I absolutely love it to bits. It's a small bag, so I'll only ever wear it out on small ventures, but I can't stop smiling when I do. Plus it has that halo. Bonus points for the halo. It's been my pin bag for the longest time, but I would really love to fully Ita it with my collection of Tamagotchi and Digimon V-Pets. My next one is a bag that I bought from Persona Pins. I bought it during their Black Friday sale last year, and it is so much bigger than what I was expecting. It features their YCH Fox mascot and is way too adorable. I'm going to keep using this one as a pin bag to showcase my favorite Persona pins and have it as my main bag at conventions because it has all that space. Well, you know, whenever conventions want to start being a thing again. My next bag is an Itamol, and this one specifically was exclusive to the Persona Pins Pride Pins campaign. It's a really charmingly adorable bag. I love the rainbow tail and the heart on the back there. On the inside, it is trippy as heck, and it is a really good size. I haven't gotten to take it out anywhere yet, but I love it. Not too sure what I'm going to do with it just yet. Also, just as a heads up, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with Itamols at the moment. Their website is down, their Twitter isn't as active as it used to be, and I've been hearing some mixed opinions about their business practices. I'll leave you to come to your own conclusions, but as I got my Itamol through Persona Pins, I can't personally vouch for what it's like to purchase something from them directly. But if you see an Itamol for sale secondhand, I'd say go for it. My final bag is still on the way, and I did mention them earlier. It's my budgie bag from Ohio Clothing. They're the ones responsible for all these insanely adorable bird-themed Ita bags, and they've done other designs too. Unfortunately, the production time for the bird bags got severely delayed because of the good old virus, but Ohio has been very transparent about it all, keeping us all updated, and the ball is finally rolling again, so hopefully I will get my bag soon. That's it for my ones, but here's some others that I've seen around and have been recommended by you guys on Twitter. Pin and Tonic, Whale Fat, Emma Creatures, Sammy Studios, Blush Sprout, and Poriful. But I'm sure there are plenty more out there, so if there's any I didn't mention that you really love, please do let me know in the comments. I think that's just about everything Eater Bag, so I hope you enjoyed and maybe even learned something. The world of Eater Bags will never cease to amaze me, like it's such an amazing avenue for self-expression. Let me know in the comments, what type of bag do you prefer? Do you want the blank canvas ones or the cute character ones? And what would you theme your bag around? Again, sorry for the lack of videos right now, but I am having way too much fun on Twitch. I finally worked out a schedule, so regular videos are gonna start coming back. Otherwise, catch me on Twitch at the times that you see right here. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well, I hope you're staying safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! This month's anniversary shoutouts go to Crystal Draco, Ratches, Bruzo, Mega Ampharos HD, and Deadly Kitten, who have all been here for 3 whole years. Holy cow, thank you guys so much. Then for 2 years, we've got Nimbus, Scatters, Apple Brandy, Rocket Harmony, Q-Block, and Rem Wolfie. And for 1 year, we have Muted Maestro. Thank you guys so much.